What's up, team? Your boy's back, guys. Happy hump day. I'm coming to you guys today with a My Hero Academia live reaction. I'm excited for this one, guys. First chapter of 2022, and it's been forever. And I know that all the chapters this week are, I think most of them have a break going into next week as well. I know this live reaction is coming a little later than usual. It's been a busy week, so I'm just excited, guys. I cannot wait. Last week, we got the wrap-up of what happened with Aoyama and the rest of Class 1A, and it looked like Eraserhead came up with some kind of plan that he didn't want the police to know. We didn't get the content of that plan. They're going to keep it a secret, but I'm assuming we'll get to see it as the plan kind of takes service. But we ended that chapter with one of the best girls in the entire series. We had Mei, or Hatsume, in classic fashion. Her room explodes. She's doing some kind of crazy experiment as Midoriya and Lita are there to go update their costumes for the new battle, the next raid that's coming up here. So they're walking down there, and all of a sudden, as soon as Midoriya is opening the door, as per usual, the door explodes, and per usual, Hatsume lands on Midoriya, boobs in his face. And usually he's got this flustered expression on him, but this time he's looking straight into her boobs, into her eyes with this serious face, because a lot of shit is going on in the My Hero world, so especially in Japan. So obviously he doesn't have time to mess around and be flustered about boobs in his face, but I'm sure you give it a second and he's gonna remember what's happening right now. But I'm so excited to see Mei again. I don't think we've seen her since the time skip and since Deku's been back in Japan, so I'm really excited to see her. She's she's probably in the top 5 best females in the entire series. Every time she's on screen or in the panels, I laugh every time. She's hilarious, guys. So I hope we get a little bit of content with her. But without further ado, let's jump in, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more videos, guys. We're kicking 2022 off right. And let's jump right in, guys. Chapter 339. We're reading on Viz.com, the official translation. And speaking of Hatsume, she's on the cover this week, guys. I love it. This most likely will be what's on the cover for this video, so you'll probably know the content of this. But she's in her, looks like a new costume. She's got gadgets like 1, 2, and 3 hanging from her wing things that are behind her. And she's got all these elbow pads and gear gone. And she's got just this beautiful smile. Hatsume is gorgeous. She's awesome. One of the coolest characters, and I love her zoom-in eyes. They just look badass. So, awesome cover. I approve. Hatsume for the win. Let's jump right into this one, guys, though. Without further ado, I could stare at this cover all day long, so I'm not going to do that. But, chapter 339, the story of how we all became heroes, part 2. So we're continuing where we left off in the last chapter, guys. So let's see. Alright, so Hatsume's up. How's it hanging? And what can I do for you two? My danger sense didn't activate. I was caught off guard. And Midoriya's upset with himself that he didn't sense the danger behind the door. Well, obviously Hatsume's not a threat, so that's why he didn't see it coming. Caught unaware by the bosom. Hatsume! And Lita is still his very structured self. We have come today to request some costumes to repair. Why not put in a request to the item agency like usual? The agencies are, well, there's been a disruption to the typical exchange of the goods and services these days. We now need to rely on the support course. You don't say. Well, that makes sense. She's looking all excited. Don't tell me. You see Crackles. Midoriya's like, oh shit. She's coming up with some crazy scheme. Is she clueless about the state of the world? Probably. She's in her own world all the time. Cough, cough, and you see his sensei, the support guy, Power Loader. Of course, he just takes the brunt of the damage from Hatsume. Hatsume, I swear, what is it with you and explosions? Costumes, repairs, come on in. So Power Loader's inviting them in to get some stuff done. We see the support room looks even cooler than I remember it, guys. It's huge. You see all these things everywhere. You see the blast marks on the door. Things are a bit different here. I'm in charge of the R&D for the UA barrier. Maintenance too. Once each part is up and running, and that's kind of where it is. So we're looking at Midoriya's gauntlets, and you see Oh, Hatsume is just like, he's holding out his arm. Hatsume is just hovering right under it, just looking up at it. Mid gauntlets, the latest in compression tech. These are prototypes from overseas. I can't restock. Think you could fix them up for me? Is this a rush job? Midori's looking really serious. You bet it is. No can do. Sorry. She's just like, nope, no, can't do it. Sorry. With that level of damage, I need to remake them basically from scratch, and we lack the condominium for the compression mechanisms. So no can do. And she's just walking away. She's got better things to do. She's like, can't do it. All right, peace out. Walking away at the speed of nope. Hatsume, what about my armor? Without the spec docs, no can do. How frank. Don't sweat it. We can make what you need. We're in Hatsume's class. Thank you. We're in your debt. So, okay, some other people are up to the task, so they're going to do it for him. How curious, though. Hatsume takes to tinkering like a fish to water, so I assumed she would offer us aid, and she's over back at her desk doing some things, working at the speed of light. What are you working on? And Midori is curious of what she's doing. And she hits enter on some computer, and the specs come up for something. The evac shelter blocks? They're blasting off. Cool. And they're moving. What? I enlisted Hatsume to help improve our defenses. She's busy concocting new mechanisms in case of a mass evacuation. Like I alluded to before, her zeal and inventive mind put her in a league of her own. So she's helping with the legit structure of the UA building, the shelter blocks. So if they ever needed to, they can launch each block away. That's really cool. And they're using Hatsume, who's a student, to do this. That's really cool. It shows how much they trust her and what level she's on. She's up there with the teachers and everything like that. Her mind is crazy. And Deku's having a flashback to Hatsume when they first met. Even a perfect A+ idea could drop to an A- in a flash. When I think up a new baby, I gotta raise it right. That's some wisdom from me. Hatsume's words of wisdom. Raven, stop eating the football. Stop doing that. So Hatsume is kind of giving her reasoning. I get it. No wonder you're paying no mind to the outside world. You're laser focused on your beloved inventions. You're amazing, Hatsume. Don't be dense, Midoriya. As dense as high density polyethylene. Excuse me, I don't get it. Of course I'm aware of the nasty predicament you heroes are facing out there. We may not be fighters, but just like you guys are trying to every trick in the book to protect as many people as possible, tackling it in our own way is what we're doing. Inventing stuff is how the support course does heroics. What a shot of her. The art in that panel is just so good, and she looks amazing, and the blush and the dirt marks on her face, like she's putting the work. Her eyes are amazing. Like this is leveling up my appreciation for Hatsume because she does so much for the heroes behind the scenes, and I don't think that the support course definitely gets the flowers that they deserve. So this is really cool that we're calling them back into the story a little bit and be like, yeah, all the costumes and all the stuff that these heroes have make them look badass and cool. It comes from the support course. Like these are the guys who are doing it for them and making their costumes look cool and are letting the heroes be the heroes that they want to be. So really cool callback, and I'm glad Hatsume is getting like this limelight in this a little bit and showing her worth in the story and to the heroes. This is how she is being a hero. So really cool. Wow, Hatsume. Who punched? Oh, she threw something. I was like, did she just punch Midoriya? No. Hatsume's throwing stuff behind her and it hits Midoriya right in the face. Wow, Hatsume just gets hits in the face. I couldn't replicate them exactly. My babies might not be the latest and greatest, but please put them to work for me. So she gave Midoriya some new gloves, and they're like arm gloves. So they have these mechanics that go on his arms, and it's got this huge brace by his wrists. Gloves included. Neat. Did your left hand alone just whip these up? Thanks so much. So what she was doing over there, she was like, that's crazy. And this is no perfect replica of your armor, Lita, but enjoy. And she throws it at Lita too and hits him right in the face. Hooray, thank you kindly. We were just about to take their measurements. Oh, and her fellow classmates were like, oh, okay, we're not needed. Poor guys. Please give your Hero Course pals a message. She's smiling. Let's win this. And they're both like faces encaved in, like they're like, yeah, let's do it. That didn't take long, you two. Good thing we're all prepared. You ready? And their faces are still caved in. Just in time. Then thank goodness. Faces ain't supposed to stick that way, yeah. Stick that way, yeah. I've heard about what Class A has been through. And this is Giganta girl, giant girl. What's her name again? Mount Lady? Mount Lady. She's there for some reason. But sadly, we can't afford to waste a single day at this point. So she's there for some reason, so she must be part of this plan. Our best case scenario is still finding and mopping up the Liberation Front and the League of Villains as soon as possible. That would solve this whole mess, so we're not abandoning the original plan altogether. And standing around all dazed and confused is just playing into the enemy's hands. Aoyama. Think he'll take that hand we offered? I have faith. So the rest of Class 1A is looking at him. Ashido's thinking about him. That Aoyama will come back to us. Assuming he ain't whammed by some kind of curse, I think it'll be fine, because he has always had his sights set on the man he wants to be more than any of us. This is Todoroki talking. Okay, people, let's move. Midoriya's at the center of this operation. Class 1A of UA's Hero Corps, Search Squad assemble. Search Squad? I wonder what they're searching for. Meanwhile, in the Kansai region, okay, so we're shifting over. So we got the Search Squad ready, guys. So it looks like Class 1A is about to go search for the Liberation Front and the League of Villains. So I think that's their mission. That's their goal. It looks like Mount Lady's leading the attack, which is weird. But I guess they don't really have any choice. They don't have too many heroes left. So we're shifting to the Kansai region. And we're seeing some more heroes there. Anyone hurt? Sun Eater? No. Okay, so these are the third years that graduated. We got Sun Eater. We got the Lightning Girl, I can't remember her name, it's been too long. Neji, they just rescued some people, it looks like, which is really cool. It's been a while since we haven't seen them since the time skip either. They look really cool. They're well-established heroes at this point because they graduated. They should be out. Thank y'all so much. Hard to believe those dang villains started tossing their weight around out here in the boonies. Well, you folks can rest easy now. We got Fat Gum. We'll get you on over to the Shitetsu? Shiketsu? It's the other school. I can't say the name for some reason. Shiketsu Height. It's a real sturdy fortress, solid as UA. Thank you, young man. You can at least show us your face. Show us your face. And it's... and for some reason, he's like pulling on something. But fewer people means much less intel. We're in a tight spot. You know what this means. Gone are the days of slinging sneaky attacks and raids at each other. Now it's the opposite. Both sides are pulling out all the stops, gearing up for a true blue all-out war on every front. So about our plan B, let's review the key info about the other battle that could decide it all. So this is All Might and Hawks talking about it. It looks like they're in UA. So it looks like there's a plan B and there's another battle going on. So I wonder, we have Class 1A going against them like full frontal attack. But what is All Might talking about? And that's the end of the chapter, guys. We got a 2-week break, so no chapter next week. Man, there's a lot of information, a lot of talking in this chapter. Obviously, Hatsume gets MVP of this chapter. MVP. I mean, I love Hatsume, so I was so happy that we got limelight of her, and we got a little bit more of the support class and what they're doing to kind of help the heroes out. So I really like that, guys. Not a lot of action in this chapter, but sometimes that's okay. We're building up into this final arc, so it's not just going to be like boom right there right away. We got to build it up and see what everyone's doing to support in this final battle that's coming our way. And it looks like the Hero Corps got their costumes all set, so we're good. So Lita's good. Midoriya's got some new gloves. He's good to go, guys. So hopefully this will be the last costume change before we get into this final battle. And this may be it. The Search and Rescue Squad, guys, this may be it. We might be jumping right into it right now. 1 second. Raven, stop it. So, excuse me. So hopefully, I'm glad we got to see what the other students are doing. But now let's get into the bread and potatoes. I want to see what the League of Villains is up to, what their plans may be for this final battle. Whatever happened to the quirk that Tomura took from Stars and Stripes? Like, was he successful in putting that in someone else's body? Did it get destroyed? What percent is he at? How many quirks does he have? I want to know more about it. So hopefully we get a little bit more information about the League of Villains and then go right into this fight, guys, because I'm really excited. This final arc is going to be insanely fun, insanely crazy. People are going to get hurt. People are going to die. I'm excited for this arc, guys. So great chapter to start off the year. I'm glad Hatsume got the limelight in this one, guys, so I'm a happy camper. Hopefully you guys as well. Comment below, do you like Hatsume? And out of the support groups or Class 1B, outside of Class 1A and like the main heroes, who are your favorite characters, guys, in this one? Hatsume is definitely up there for me. I love Hatsume. She's just funny and quirky, and I think that's really cool. So I love characters like that sometimes in series. And it's not overboard. Sometimes it's too much, but she's on it, but there's to a point where you're like, you can respect what she's doing as well. So guys, that's it for me today. My hero's done, guys. I'll see you in 2 weeks for the next live reaction. Your boy Ash is out. Peace. Have a fantastic day.